welcome back to Once a Day Marketing. I'm Jim Glover, that branding guy. And today is Recon Thursday, where we get you thinking about your company, your market, and your competition. So as we begin, I'd like to know a little bit about my company and Once a Day Marketing. So please, whenever you get a chance, send me a comment. It's very easy to do. Just drop it below any one of our video blogs. Also be great if you shared it with your friends. We're always looking to build our customer base, so to speak. So today's topic is feeding on customer feedback. So how do you feed on your customers' feedback? That's our question. I think it's very important to make sure you ask them what they think about your product or service. If you haven't done that recently, think back. When was the last time you actually took the time to ask your customers what they thought about your products or your services? If you haven't done that recently, then that's what we're going to talk about today, is creating a way for you to engage your customers and ask them some questions about what they like about the products and what they like about the services, or how they can be improved. Because really, how can you create new products? How can you enhance the products you have right now if you don't have input from your customers as to what they like or don't like? How do you get this customer feedback? Well, there's the informal process and there's the formal process. We're going to be talking more about the informal process, which is a lot cheaper for you, and we know you're trying to keep those costs down, at least we think you are. So first thing you can do is a customer walks in the door, or a customer gives you a call, or wherever you engage that customer, you can always just ask them, hey, what do you think about our company? What do you think about our product? What can we do to improve it, to make it better for you? And believe it or not, they will give you an input. It might not be what you want to hear, but it will be valuable information where you can begin to reshape your product. You can begin also by perhaps calling a customer up, or a few customers up, and inviting them out to lunch or out to dinner. In that casual setting, you can ask them questions about your business. I think it's very important to get that information from them. A little less structured, and perhaps it'll be a little more open. Another thing that you can do is create a survey. Now, there's lots of ways to do this, and there are research companies out there that do a lot with respect to formal surveys, but you can make an informal survey. There's something called SurveyMonkey online. I use it a lot. There are many others, but you can actually go in and there's tools that you can create a survey. Now, you can print that survey and you can have it just sitting on the desk when they come into your office, or you can also email that survey out and capture that information online. So lots of things that you can do, and it's just important to start asking the question. I think you can tell now that it is very important to get this feedback from your customers. You can do it informally, you can do it formally, but the main thing is to be consistent in your quest to always ask your customers what they like about your product and how it can be improved. And if you do this over time, it is going to help you create a better product, develop new products, and it should shape that bottom line. I'm sure you're already formulating ideas about how to engage your customers and ask them questions about your product and your company. Join us tomorrow for Digital Friday. Going to be talking about LinkedIn, actually. And so I'm Jim Glover, that branding guy for Once a Day Marketing, where business takes shape, and we will see you next time.